Sorry I disappeared for a couple of years. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do just a chill, cozy little Q&A because last week when I came back with that fall reset, I really kind of just jumped right back in and gave absolutely no context to my hiatus that I took from the internet. Sorry I disappeared for a couple of years, but today y'all asked me some really good questions about life updates, chronic illness, health, daily life, just all of the good questions. We're gonna answer a bunch of those, the more like common ones, and just kind of catch up and see where we're going from here. So let's just get right into it. All right, so the first and probably biggest question that I got specifically mostly from y'all here just on YouTube is, where were you for the last 2 years? I was everywhere. So in the last 2 years, I moved 7 times and was back and forth from Colorado, North Carolina, Florida for a Disney college program, Arizona for a couple weeks, back to Colorado for a year, then back down to Disney for an internship, and now I'm back in Colorado. All that being said, I had a lot going on, but it was an incredible couple years. I'm so thankful for my time in all those places. For my time in Disney especially, I've met some great friends. My best friend in the whole wide world was my roommate on my Disney college program, and she'll be in the videos at some point in time, but she does live in New Zealand, so don't get to see her that often. Anyways, I've been kind of everywhere. I will post some vlogs from my time in my internship program. I was a wilderness explorer in Animal Kingdom, which was so fun. And I do have a few vlogs that I filmed during that time. I just never had a good time to post them because there was a lot going on and it was just easier to take a break from YouTube. I won't do that again. I'm back though. All right, another question is, how have you really been feeling lately? What's like a lot of health related questions. So up and down. For the most part over the last couple years, I've been doing really well. I got my port taken out. I have been a lot less reliant on my feeding tube. Great. In a bit of a flare up right now, so not feeling 10 out of 10 amazing. But overall health is pretty stable. I've got a good team of doctors here in Colorado now. And now that things have like settled down, things are starting to get better. I've also been able to start working out a lot more again and getting more active. So my health has improved in that sense, which has been really great. This one may need a little bit of context, but I got a couple questions on if I still play paintball. So yes, I do. I started playing again. I had to take 2 years off of playing tournament style paintball, X-ball, whatever. It's really cool, look it up. I'm not gonna explain it right now, but go watch it, finish this video, then go watch a video of NXL Pro Paintball. It's really fun. I play that. And I was on a WNXL Women's National X-Ball League pro team when I was 20. I had to take a few years off when my health got really bad, but since moving back to Colorado from Florida in May, I've started playing again. I joined a local team here. I traveled down to Texas a few weeks ago for a national event and my women's team took second place, which was super fun, and it's been so great to be back on the field. It's such a fun community of people, and it's also just really, it's an interesting dynamic with my health being so bad and playing such an extreme sport. It's really fun, it's a good outlet, and it's just kind of a good reminder to not like, it gives me something really, like a tangible goal to work towards with my health, which I think has been really helpful in staying on top of physical therapies, nutrition, things like that. This question like kind of shocked me a little bit when I got it, but it's a good one. It was, do you ever feel like you're missing out in your 20s from being sick? And honestly, sometimes I used to. Before I started playing paintball and moving around, I did feel like I was missing out on some things because there was a pandemic going on. I didn't really get to go to college in like a normal way. I got my entire degree pretty much online because I started college in 2020. And I felt like I didn't necessarily get to do all the things that my friends got to do. But looking at it now from this perspective, absolutely not. I have an amazing community here in Northern Colorado. I have some great friends. I've got to go on the craziest adventures, like working in Disney World and playing paintball and like so many things that I actually probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to do had I not become chronically ill at such a young age. And just the perspective it's given me on life in taking advantage of the opportunities you get and living life to the fullest while you can, because I have seen how quickly it can change from being able to do all the things you love to being stuck in bed for months. And I know that that can happen. It can really happen to anyone at any time, but I've seen it happen to myself and I know that it can happen again. So I try really hard to just take advantage of the energy and the opportunities that I have. Are you still in college? Well, no. I graduated with my bachelor's a couple months ago, right when I moved back to Colorado. And right now I'm looking at master's program. So I am gonna be going back to school and starting that hopefully in January, but I did graduate. What's one thing that's been helping you a lot recently? My friends. That's actually a really good kind of segue into this next question I got. How do you explain your illness to new friends or to new people that you're dating? Well, not dating anyone right now, so that's fine. But in all of my movements to Disney World and back to Disney and now back to Colorado, meeting all these new friends, I have had to explain my illness to a lot of people, and I don't typically lead with it because I'm not reliant on 24-hour tube feeds anymore. I can kind of play around with it, and if I'm going somewhere new with new people, I try and kind of hide, not like hide it, but I don't use my tube or something that would like visually draw attention to the fact that I'm sick or that there's something else going on. It was a little bit different the first time I moved down to Disney World. Thankfully, I got connected with this really great group of friends really quickly, and I still had my port at that time and was doing weekly infusions, still really reliant on my tube. And so and it was summer, it was hot, and it was August in Florida. So we were wearing crop tops, we were wearing shorts, and the first kind of meeting I had with these friends, we were in the park and it was so hot and I had to use my tube to stay like conscious because like I had to be running Powerade or like electrolytes all day. And everyone kind of stood around, and this one girl asked about it. And so I kind of I usually will let other people take the lead. I'll make some kind of joke about it or like briefly explain it if someone glances at it, but then I just kind of let other people ask questions, or I tell them they can ask questions because I don't know how much they want to know, I don't know how much they care to know, and I personally don't mind questions. I am happy to answer anything. I'm pretty open about my health, clearly, because I share it here on YouTube. And I kind of have kept that throughout the rest of, like, I've met a lot of new friend groups over the last 2 years just with moving so much, and I kind of just keep that same mentality with it. Second time I moved to Disney was the same thing. I explained it to people I was living with because they could see it more regularly, and it was just like as it came up. But then like when I'm talking to new guys, I don't tell them about it because there's not really a point to until I know if I'm actually gonna see them again. That may have been a lot more than you wanted to hear, but we're just rambling here. We're just chatting. Okay, so I have a couple questions to wrap this up. So one of them was, why did you start your YouTube channel? So if you're like an OG, has been here since day one when I started filming and posting, you might know this, but I started filming YouTube videos in 2020 during the COVID pandemic. I was a senior in high school. It was so March 2020, like right when it all hit. I was a senior in high school, and one of my friends, Jenna, had a YouTube channel, and we all had fun making vlogs for her channel. And when we went into lockdown, I thought it'd be fun to start making videos too. Like a lot of us started kind of making more videos and just like taking more pictures to stay connected, I guess, and just kind of try and make a fun situation out of a bad situation. And the first video I think that's on my channel is I was admitted to the hospital in May 2020. So very, very strict. Only I could have one parent visit me because I was in a children's hospital, thankfully, or else I would not have been able to have any visitors, but I could have one parent visit me. I couldn't really leave my room. I couldn't go to like the playrooms or the lounge areas. I couldn't go down to the cafeteria. Like I was stuck in my room and I was bored and I missed my friends. So I made a vlog about being in the hospital during COVID. And when I started it, it was more just like for fun, silly, like keeping up with friends and stuff during that. But we were also all getting ready to go off to college. Wanted to keep in touch, and I just had a lot of fun making those first few videos. And I really had a lot more fun with it when people started commenting on those videos saying like it helped them to see my story with chronic illness because they were going through similar things. Now, if you're asking me why I'm making videos again, it's because I've never lost that love for making YouTube videos. I love creating content. I love taking pictures and videos and connecting with you guys. But it's kind of grown into more of I do want to keep making videos about my life as a 23-year-old with these chronic illnesses, but in a way that like I don't focus my life on these chronic illnesses. They're just something that's part of my daily life, but they're not my entire life. So I want to show the fun parts of my life, all the things I still get to do, all of the things I enjoy, with these illnesses being part of it, but not overtaking it. Because I feel like sometimes on the internet, chronic illness takes over. It's so easy to let chronic illness take over your entire being, your entire, like, every consuming thought that you have. And when I was getting diagnosed with these things, that's what I saw online, and it was scary because I thought my life was over. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to do anything fun. I thought I wasn't gonna have any friends because everything I was seeing online, for the most part, was so negative, except for like the Fry life. I remember loving their videos because they were so positive, and like they ended up moving to North Carolina, which was like fun. They live right near me. But anyways, it was like a fun, positive thing, like showing the joy in life, even when you have this illness or this other thing that's kind of a looming or heavy presence in your daily life. There's still so much joy and so much fun, and that's what I want this channel to be. So that kind of also answered the next question of what is this channel gonna be? Gonna be a lot of vlogs, gonna be a lot of fun, just daily living, just life. I just want to do life with you guys. I want you to do life with me. I want to build a community on here of positivity and love and all the good vibes. So we'll get back to the vlogs next week. I just thought we were a bit overdue for a catch up, and thanks for listening to me ramble. If you made it this far in the video, love you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. We are building back this family. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.